Alright, hello. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. Just got home from being at a cross-country meet all day. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to throw knives, and this will be for the best accuracy and the most force. I've been throwing knives for a couple years now, and this is just the easiest way I found how to do it. As you can see, I have a couple knives here. This isn't even a throwing knife, but I took the handles off and it's really well balanced. And it works as a throwing knife. I use it a lot, so I'm going to show you how I use that one. A throwing star, which is extremely easy. An actual throwing knife, and then 3 Kuni knives. I don't know how you actually say the name on those, but basically I'll be using the same technique for each of them. I just wanted to have a little bit of variety in the knives I use so you could see how it works on each of them. Basically what I'm going to be doing, how I do it, is I hold it from the back end. If it has a hole in the back, I usually like to grab it with 2 fingers, and you just want to have the lightest grip possible on the knife. So, and then I just let it sit and rest in the back part of my hand, so I'm only holding it with 2 fingers. These other 3 fingers aren't even on the knife, and then I flick my wrist and let go. Something I've heard said a lot is you kind of let go as if you're hitting a hammer into a wall. So at that point right there, you let go when it's straight. Another thing you want to make sure you don't do is bend your wrist at all. When you're throwing it, you want to keep your wrist lined up. So your thumb is pointing forward. Be like that. Sorry. You keep it straight all the way through the motion. Don't bend your wrist at all. I mean, you can bend it like vertically, no horizontal movement in it at all. So you'll keep it straight and fling it. And so I'll take you out there and show you a little bit more of the technique. Here I am outside. I'm only going to be throwing from about 15 feet away. And sorry, once again, I kind of look like trash because I just got home from being at a cross-country meet for almost 12 hours, so it's been a while. But like I said, I'm only going to be throwing from 15 feet away. Remember to keep your wrists in line. I'm going to start with the throwing star because I haven't thrown in a couple months. So I'll be a little bit rusty. Something else to keep in mind whenever you're throwing is your distance. Generally, I always throw from the handle of my knife, but depending on the distance you are, you might need to throw from the blade. And the reason for that is because your knife is going to make different rotations. It's not like Call of Duty where it's always going to hit with the tip going in. So you're really going to have to practice a lot. And I apologize for these chickens being extremely loud. Either way, starting with the throwing star because you can't miss with a throwing star. Like I said, keep the motion, and the throwing star is going to be a little bit differently because you can't let it rest back in here. So I'm just going to fling it with my wrist. Okay, I went a little bit higher than I wanted, but it went pretty deep in. I'll take you down there. So it hit straight, point in. I mean, throwing star, it's going to do that every time, but you get the power from that flicking in your wrist, and it will go pretty close to your target every time. Okay, this time I'm going to use the actual throwing knife. As you can see, it lands perfectly right in that little crease. So this one may take a couple tries because I'm not exactly on spot anymore. I used to be able to get it a lot, but hopefully I can get a couple good clips. But you'll see the power from the fling. It will probably sound pretty bad, especially since I'm throwing at wood. Normally if you hit with a throwing knife in the backside in a soft wood, it will go in, but on plywood like this, it tends to bounce off. So here we go. There's 2 in a row. So finally, once I got the hang of it, you can figure out your rotations. It does take some practice. Alright, so now I'm going to start with this knife. This is just the camping knife, like I said. I did work with the handles on it, but I decided to take them off because I want to try to put on new handles, which I never ended up doing. So anyway, I do this one the same way, let it sit in the crease. There we go. That was the first try. So let's take it down and look at that. That one actually stuck blade straight in, didn't even hit the tip. So it definitely comes from the flinging of the wrist and getting the force in. I was able to just slice right in. So I found it to be the most useful technique with this kind of knife. I mean, there's tons of different techniques. The main reason I use this one is for the accuracy and the power I can get. Works the best for me. I mean, there's always the traditional 4-finger grip and thumb, or 5-finger, whatever you want to call it. That works really well for some people, but I personally just like letting it sit in the wrist and flinging it. 2 fingers, and it gives you the lightest grip. Now these knives, these are still new for me. I actually bought these really recently on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description to some good knives on Amazon for good prices. But these I actually really like though. I haven't had any problems with these yet. And they're probably the easiest knives I've learned how to use the quickest. I still use the same technique, but the rotation on them is so much faster because they're so much smaller. You can throw them without rotation pretty easily too. So I'll throw these a couple times. One at 3. First time. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so I finally got all 3 of those in one throw like you just saw. I kept getting 1 and 2 and I just kind of wanted to get all 3. As you can see, that's a really good grouping. And like I said, I just got these knives the other week. So you gotta figure out the knife you're using, get the feel for it. Definitely get a bunch of different knives and throw with all of them so you can get the feeling for it. So if you have any questions, make sure to ask them down below. I will definitely answer them and send you more links for other knives if you'd like to. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be trying to upload more videos here again shortly. And as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.